Now more than ever, it's important that we have a robust immigration system in place that can meet our current and future economic and demographic needs. Canada has a tremendous opportunity to leverage our well-managed immigration system in support of our country's future. Le Canada a l'occasion formidable de tirer.
Canada has a vested interest in this topic, and Canada has a tremendous opportunity to leverage our well-managed immigration system.
Issue. As Canadians, we all have a vested interest in this very important topic. To provide a bit more context, in 1971, there were 6.6 working people of working age for each senior. By 2012, the worker-to-retiree ratio had dropped to 4.2 to 1, and projections put the ratio to 2 to 1 by 2036, less than 20 years from now. 5 million Canadians are set to retire by then, and in 2 decades, almost 100% of Canada's net annual population growth will be through immigration. It already accounts for 65% of that growth today. While Canadian workers are among the most educated and skilled in the world, in order to maintain our strong economic position globally, it is crucial for Canada to attract more talented individuals with the skills our economy needs. Immigration, therefore, will ensure that we're able to continue increasing the size of our labor force and grow our economy. Immigration will also help to support our much-cherished healthcare system, public pensions, and other social programs in the decades to come. Our need for increased immigration is supported by the government's research, as well as independent research conducted by various organizations. The most recent census revealed that immigration is a driving force in meeting Canada's demographic and labor market challenges. In 2016, the labor force grew in large part due to increased immigration, with immigrants accounting for nearly 1/4 of Canada's labor force. Similarly, between 2006 and 2016, about 2/3 of Canada's population growth was the result of immigration. Several observers have also called for significant increases in immigration to support Canada's long-term prosperity. For example, according to the Conference Board of Canada, in order to sustain a healthy level of economic growth across the country, we will need to bump up our immigration levels up to 1% of our population within the next 2 decades. The government agrees that investing in immigration will pay off for Canada. That is why I presented to Parliament a historic multi-year immigration levels plan. D'abord et avant tout,
First and foremost, the multi-year aspect of this plan is key.
Response to recommendations made by this committee, and this approach is strongly supported by provinces and settlement service providers. That is because it allows governments and partner organizations to better plan for increases, ensure there's the capacity to successfully bring in these newcomers, and support their successful integration. As we increase our immigration levels over the next few years, we'll also continue to ensure that our immigration system remains well managed and operates with the safety and security of Canadians as its top priority. Under this plan, we will responsibly grow the number of permanent residents that Canada welcomes each year. Over the next 3 years, we will increase our immigration levels from approximately 0.8% of the population to 0.9% of the population by 2020. In terms of the actual admissions, this will see level increases of 310,000 in 2018, 330,000 in 2019, and 340,000 in 2020. Mr. Chair, these are the highest admissions in more than 100 years, and relative to the population, this is also the highest percentage of immigration in more than 40 years. To respond to our current and future economic needs, 60% of the growth that I spoke about over the next 3 years will come through our economic programs. Prominent among these programs is our provincial nominee program, which helps meet regional labor market needs and distributes the real benefits of immigration all across the country. As well, the number of skilled immigrants we select through our express entry system will grow over this time frame, which will mean more highly skilled talent for our labor market. At the same time, we recognize the importance of non-economic immigration as well. That is why we're also allocating more space each year for sponsored family members so that we can reunite more families with their loved ones in Canada. We'll also continue to uphold our humanitarian traditions and maintain Canada's role as a global leader in offering protection to individuals in need. Refugee admissions will also increase in each of the next 3 years. As you know, Mr. Chair, our settlement services, such as language training, employment services, and newcomer orientation, are linked to newcomer success. As mentioned, the adoption of a multi-year plan approach helps us, but also our partners, better plan to meet the challenges and opportunities of immigration growth. Instead of planning admissions 1 year at a time, as has been the norm for the last 15 years, planning admissions over 3 years will ensure that the government and our service provider partners are in a better position to plan for newcomer-specific settlement needs. The increased immigration levels under this plan are projected to cost approximately $440 million over the next 3 years, and this will be detailed further in Budget 2018. With these additional resources, we will be able to address the increased demands placed on our global processing network and our settlement programs. This additional funding will enable my department and its partners to process and screen more applications for permanent residency in a timely manner, while we continue to provide high-quality settlement and integration services to newcomers. Mr. Chair, we expect that higher immigration levels will help to improve the operations of our immigration system, help us to reduce application backlogs, and improve processing times for our clients.